And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCray Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go Giants! Yes! 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 Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on this Monday, March 10th, 2025. Hopefully, everyone having a great night tonight. Yeah, you know, it's the beginning of the week, right? Beautiful day in the Central Valley here in California, man. Busy out there taking care. And sorry for being late, guys. Taking care of business around the house. You know, that's how it goes. A little bit of pre-spring train or spring cleaning work going on around here. So
Well, you want to get it done before the start of the season. You don't want to miss any baseball.
yeah, ain't that the truth? Yeah, how about that? Have some more baseball today. A couple of guys we're going to talk about today. Matter of fact, we got some pitchers and some position players. Oh shit! What's going to happen? You know, we'll get into it. It's going to be
Hey,
fun.
what up, Mike? Hey, you know what I did today?
What'd you do?
You're sitting down. That's good to see. Hopefully, you got a little seatbelt on there. You fasten it.
Uh-oh.
So I followed the Giants today. Another big win.
Hmm.
9 innings of play-by-play on the Chardell Sports Network.
Oh!
I spent my afternoon. I don't know if he knew I was there, but I got the full rundown from Chardell.
Did you? He did.
He got a
he
few
did-
teams. He had us playing the wrong team at one point, and then he had I don't know. Yeah, I got through the afternoon. It was entertainment, right?
It was
wanna be
absolutely. That's what
entertained.
it's about, right? Yeah, exactly. It's about being entertained. Christian, yes, sir. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Mr. McCray today. Have you noticed something, Christian? There's something that he's doing that I'm absolutely liking what he's doing, and we're going to get into this, guys. But first and foremost, let's talk about the pitching. Logan Webb went 4 2/3. Hayden Birdsong went 3.
Mm-hmm.
Webb, man, he gave up 5 hits, but he only gave up 2 earned, but he had 5 strikeouts. Again, that's not too bad. Birdsong, 3 innings, no hits. And what was that? 4 strikeouts, I believe? 4 strikeouts.
Hey, my
So
night
again-
wouldn't be complete without Isabel. Hi, Isabel.
Hey, how's it going? Hopefully you're having a fantastic evening. So yeah, we got some pitchers taking care of business. Again, Birdsong, he really has yet to have a stinker during spring training. Granted, spring training, but it's great to see, man. The guy is competing, and that's all you can ask for. Maybe he's going to be in the running for that 5th spot, man.
Come on,
Maybe
Eric.
he's going to be the guy.
We
talked
talked
about it
pitching
last
last night. Anybody who joined us for the joint show, little hot, what was it? The hot corner.
Hot corner.
You and I are over at first base. I mean, everybody's over at first base with the Giants, and Dan and Lou were over at third. We had the corners covered, and we were talking about that 5th starting pitching position. I said Harrison, Birdsong.
Yeah.
Should be
Those are the
no-brainer.
guys, I think. It seems like those are going to be the guys. It was
Even
interesting.
Even the fact that we spent an off season hearing from Buster Posey that I love the young pitching. I love the youth.
Mhm.
They seem to be on the sidelines, Eric, trying to fight scratch for a starting job. I think we're better off going with the young pitching myself. But we'll
Yeah,
see
I
what
like it.
happens.
No,
They're
I
looking
like it.
good. Looking
I
good.
like it. Malik, what's up, Malik? Birdsong brings the heat.
Maybe it'll be a topic of conversation later on in the week, guys. But I just said to Eric off air before we went live, I said, were we wrong?
Could be. We may be. I'll tell you what, though.
I don't want to be prickly about this, but I've been coming in hot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
You exactly haven't been planning the parade either. No. They're looking good. Again, it's preseason, but maybe Eric, are we going to see 2021 again?
You never know. I mean, because you're right. 2021 is a magical year. A lot of things are just happen to go right. Again, we're not going to know until the season begins, right? Once it begins and everything starts unfolding, then you could go, there's a little bit of something here. Christian also brings up a great point. Schmidt, even though his box score didn't look fantastic, I think he had one hit, but he made some loud outs. He made contact like at 111 miles an hour off the bat. I think he had another one to deep center field, if I'm not mistaken. So the kid is showing something. That's another guy that I'm keeping an eye on. Is he going to crack the 26-man, as far as a bench guy? But I'm going to tell you something. And what you're talking about, what you were alluding to prior, as far as were we wrong? Somebody is changing his approach, and it's for the better. I talked about it on here. Grant McCray is doing something that I was hoping that he would do, and he's actually doing it. And I like
spraying the ball a little bit, spraying it.
All you gotta do, right? What did I say? Just get on base and go do your duty, man. Just you know what you could do when you're on the base paths, and go wreak havoc. Just you got to get on base. Stop swinging for the fences. Take a little bit of swing out. Let the ball find some grass. Get on base and go do something. So yes, and I'm gonna tell you something. And I'm not being hyperbolic because Grant McCray has been doing this for about a week now, where he's not striking out every time he's coming up to bat. He's actually making contact. And that's all you can ask for a young kid who has such dynamism, right, with his speed. It's going to be something. Look, I still think he probably starts off in AAA, which is fine. That's okay, right? It's okay to start out in AAA for McCray.
I love DL coming in. He has to start with, I'm no Robert Rothberg, but I have a gut feeling the Giants team's going to be much, much better. I like that.
but here's the thing. Would I say McCray over Matos? No, I don't think quite yet. Matos is actually doing fairly good too. He's not exactly stinking it up. He's been playing just as good. I mean, there's a lot of young guys who are playing, and that's all we can ask for is this. Let them show us something so we could, maybe have some future laid out for us.
You just took the words out of my mouth. If he continues to show it,
right?
Here's the interesting thing: if he keeps doing what he's doing, Eric, and he's doing it on a routine basis, he's been having a great week. Well, a week is not a career.
No, but it's
see what happens. But maybe he puts a little pressure on the Giants. You know what I like about
that's
McCray?
fair.
He could throw a wrench, a spanner into the works here, Eric.
He could.
Could he not potentially be our ace in the hole surprise?
Maybe
leadoff hitter.
Look, that's a tall ask, but no, I hear what you're saying.
Gets on base and he's stealing base. He's got good speed. Maybe he's just a little easy. He's one of those guys. He's just out there in the weeds, Eric.
I tell you what I like about this. Okay, I'm talking about for the last week, right? I talk about the last week. Oh my God! Look at Christian and doubting Thomas's are coming. No, Christian. If you've listened to me, right? If you've listened to me, right? What have I said? The only way he's going to have some success is if he takes some swing out of that damn swing of his. If he keeps trying to swing for the home run, he's going to strike out at a clip that is not sustainable to be on the major league roster.
See, he heard you.
Looks like
it pays to watch Giant Sports Talk.
Hey, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Now he has made that adjustment. Does he stick with that adjustment? It's been a week. I like what I'm seeing. So let's see what happens. That's all I could say is let's see what happens. I like what I see, and let's see him continually to do this. I still think he starts in Sacramento, but that's a good thing. He has options, right? It's okay if he starts off in AAA because maybe he just needs to work on a few more things.
That's
you never
a problem
know.
too. That's
Right.
a problem, Eric. We're talking about guys who, they could surprise, maybe they earn us. There's guys here that have used up, well, not they have. Farhan used up their options, Eric.
Yeah, and see, that's the good thing about McCray. He's still got plenty of options.
Mhm.
Plenty of options. So let's see what he does.
Look,
If
they've
he
kind of
now-
backed themselves into a corner now with guys.
And that's fine. That's a good problem to have. Maybe.
Do you think there'll be a trade before the start?
That's where I was going. That's exactly where I was going. Maybe a trade gets.
Maybe they have to.
Maybe.
Maybe they have to.
I don't know. That's quite the possibility. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I've been saying all along, man, you should be doing a trade. Now, what's it going to be a trade for? I don't know.
If they do, if they were to make a trade, we all pretty much know who would be on the table, right? Matos, possibly Harrison, maybe. We've been talking about it. You never know. I don't think they can mess around with the pitching too much, but maybe a Luciano. But what do they get in return? What do they go out? What do they to make the trade? You got to get what you want back. What are they looking for? What do they need?
That's a quite great question, Glenn. What do they need? I think the starting pitching. I think I was talking to Marty about this on Dan's show yesterday. Looks like maybe a bullpen arm, maybe a bullpen, another lefty.
Maybe a lefty.
Got to get another lefty. You have to get another lefty because you just can't go rolling in there with just with Eric Miller, right? So,
no, but the problem too is the problem we're facing right now, and
correct.
There's
Farrell.
some teams that are in a real hole, like the Yankees. There are a lot of teams out there, Eric, right now that I believe before opening day are going to be looking for pitching help. And not those ones who it's mandatory, like the New York Yankees right now. They got to be like their head spinning over there. You lose a couple of pitchers right away. You're like, what this is falling. See, Eric, again, how many times have I preached on this show? You get one or look at the Yankees, couple of injuries. That thing is spiraling out of control.
It could get ugly.
Quickly it got ugly.
Yeah, they're going to be. Look, I'm going to tell you something right now. The Yankees are going to make a big trade. They're going to.
I think the Yankees are in a position. There are other teams as well. Don't kid yourself. Who are out there going to be looking for pitching, and left-handing pitching is kind of a specialty. So it's going to be tough for the. Going to be, and I don't think, and I don't want to piss everybody off here again, but I don't think that the people we're willing to trade are exactly your biggest trade bait out there in Major League Baseball. Takes two to tango. And I think some of the other teams are like, well, what are you? Okay, hang on, Giants. What are you giving us? And I think, there are better trade options for other teams than working with the Giants. But then again, if it's a young team, like, can you imagine the Chicago White Sox? I always say Florida because they seem to never go anywhere. But those lesser teams, Eric, they can't go wrong with a Luciano or a Matos or a
What's up, Lou? Lou's coming in. Lou is being Lou. What's up, Lou? Nobody wants our bums. Yeah.
See, Lou's always agreeing with me. See?
There may be something to that. Yeah. I think really the only guys that the Giants really have, I mean, you got the potential in Harrison, right? Of course, you got Eldridge, but no one's moving off Eldridge, right? But I'm
what do
talking
you
about
think of JB? I see him making around all the channels lately. He loves talking Giants baseball. Giants need to eat part or all of Yaz's salary to get him off the roster to fit a younger player.
Oh, you know who brought that up? As a matter of fact, Dan brought that up. Maybe trading Yaz. Was it Dan? I think it was Dan. Yeah,
so who
Yaz.
wants him? So who's out there going? I want Yaz.
You know who may want Yaz? I'll tell you.
Yankees or Red Sox?
Yankees. Maybe. You know why Yankees? Think about it. They lost Giancarlo Stanton, and they got that short porch in right field. Yaz could hit 30 bombs in Yankee Stadium. Yaz could hit probably 30 bombs in Yankee Stadium with that short porch, right? Am I wrong? Just saying. It's a little bit extreme, But it's that with that short porch in right field, if you play 82 games in Yankee Stadium, he could hit quite a few. Talking about Yaz. And again, they need another bat. And he could be one of those guys maybe that the Yankees may want. But boy, here's the problem. I don't know, man. Is his family going to disown him? Remember, his family, Boston Red Sox. And he goes and plays for the Yankees. I mean, it's stupid, but
Eric, I'm going to stick with
story.
you. I'm going to stick with you, and I'm going to stick with probably 80% of our like-minded baseball fans out there. And I'm going to disagree, as always, with Val and say, what beats pitching? Hitting. No, what beats hitting? Pitching. What wins you ball games? What wins you playoff baseball? We're talking about getting to the playoff.
Yeah, what is the little saying? Good pitching always beats
pitching and defense
good
will
hitting.
win you.
Yeah.
The Giants did not have electric hitting any of their 3 World Series years. Not electric, not out of this world.
It was
They
the
just
timely
had a
hitting.
nice team that they had. Yeah, timely hitting, decent player, decent. But I was looking at them about 2 weeks ago, the rosters. I was looking through my old media. I was sorting out my media guides by year, and happened to glance through at some of the rosters that they put up 10, 12, 14. Those weren't all-star teams, Eric.
They
got solid pitching.
They had that's what carried them, right? Was the pitching
and the timely hitting. All right, Eric. Maybe
there were big.
Here's a topic of conversation. Maybe you want to go down this road with me because we got time to fill before the start of the season. I was thinking the other day, why don't we take a look some night?
Yes,
if you want, at some of our memorable moments.
I was thinking of doing that tomorrow.
Oh, were you know?
Let's do a memorable moments of San Francisco Giants.
Because look at that big. I can think of, and I mean, I don't go way back, but throughout my lifetime, some of the more monumental plays have been in the last 10, 12 years, Eric. The Posey Cincinnati home run when we were down and out 2 games. Well, we're down. No, down. I think it was 3. Did we win 4 in a row to win 5? Or
they won 3 in a row.
Nothing.
3 in a row.
Yeah. Yep. So, and I've said it, and people come in hot at me, but when you think about it, Eric, you're pretty damn lucky to win 3 World Series with some of the situations we were in, man.
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of part of baseball anyways. You take advantage of situations. Sometimes there's luck involved, right? This is baseball, man. There's a lot of luck in baseball. And if you don't think there isn't, well, then I don't know. You ain't watching a game because there is some luck that is involved. Remember when Hunter Pence hit the ball and it hit the bat 3 times? Remember, it broke his bat and the ball literally knuckled.
And was that the game that started raining and then we ended up winning? I think it was.
I think that was the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And then somebody in the chat just said the Travis Ishikawa home run. But I'll give you one better. People will always go with the game winner. Oh, Ishikawa. I think and I'm giving it away now in case we'll talk more about it this week, but
very good, Malik.
I think it was Michael Morse's home run.
Michael Morse's was awesome.
Memorable, great call. He comes out, he's all fired up. Dude, that home run down into that, I call it the ambulance well down there in left field.
Oh,
God. And I can remember sitting down it was a hot night for whatever reason in the fall. And I sit down to watch the 1-game playoff against Pittsburgh, and the rally towels, and that place was ready to explode.
No.
And then it almost imploded. It got quiet when Crawford hit the slam.
Oh, once he hit the slam, and then Mad Bum was doing Mad Bum does. Yeah, forget about it. It was a done deal.
So anyway, those are some of the good ones. But we won it with pitching and defense. So I don't agree with Val. I got to go with good pitching.
Beats
big good hitting.
Good hitting. It will. Real quick, just to talk about, man, we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. But you know what's a great base? How about this base hit by Marco Scudero in Game 4 of the 2012? No, not that one. It was Ryan Terrio. I think was on second base, and Scudero hit a little freaking looper in the right field. Was able to get down, and Terrio came across the plate, and as he's sliding across home plate, he's just going, yeah. I mean, because that was it. I think the Giants went up 3-2 or something, and then that's when Sergio Romo came in at the bottom of the 9th and froze up Miguel Cabrera to win that second World Series, man. It was absolutely fantastic. Gosh dang, man.
Well, we're talking a
Good
little
stuff.
pitching today, Eric. So Eric and Glenn, is there a starting pitcher you think the Giants could or should realistically trade for?
No. Well, I think they're set with their starting rotation. That's what I think.
I think there's too much of a they got a problem right now. They're trying to fit too many in. So
Yeah,
to go
I
out
don't
and
know,
get
man.
one, unless it was a deal, Eric. If they
Unless
called
you're
up and
getting
say, give us Luciano, give us Harrison, give us three.
If you're getting a
give us
number one or a
Matos,
number
we're
two,
going to give you this real good starting pitcher. Then
Well, let's-
maybe.
hey, well, let's talk about this. Supposedly, I don't know how much the veracity there is in this. Giants were in on Garrett Crochet. Supposedly, they were in on Luis Castillo. So, I mean, they're
Let me stop you right there. We can be in on these players, but realistically, we've already heard from yesterday. We haven't talked about it yet. We will in a minute. Blake Snell comes out and says,
yeah, they didn't even talk.
They wouldn't even take I was calling them. They would take my call. He goes, Bob Melvin's like a dad to me. And I was texting him and I was calling him. Wouldn't pay. He must have call display because every time I called, he wouldn't pick up the phone. And then you got Corbin Burns. We've already discussed it in this show, on this channel. He goes,
Very similar stories. They're very
serious.
similar stories. So again, yeah.
So you can say they were after Crochet, they were after some real good players. And maybe this is going back years, Eric. All these players that we were in with Harper and we were in with Judge. And how realistic are now, Eric, at the end of the day? Seems to be a one-sided conversation. We were all in. Yeah. That's not. Well, then you go to the player themselves and you get it's completely a different story, Eric.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, do you think it's legitimate that they were in on all these players?
They might have been.
I got to start questioning.
And what does that mean, though? I mean, look, being in, it's a lot of generality to it. How in were you? Were you like close to making a deal? Were you just inquiring? Look, every club probably inquires about somebody. I'm sure there's 5 clubs inquiring about Logan Webb. Does that mean they're in? We don't know. And unless we're privy to the actual conversation, we just don't know. But to answer JB's question, I don't. Realistically, I don't see them. Now, if they were able to get a number 1 or a number 2, shit, I'd be ecstatic. I just don't see that happening.
You know, an interesting thing you brought up going to the Yankees there, Yastrzemski. There's a prime example where a guy could just revitalize, reinvigorate his career, but go into the right situation.
Yeah, true.
You imagine,
and again, you're going to
around,
and you're going to a ballpark that's going to be conducive to quote unquote the way he can play some baseball.
And you're going to be put immediately dropped into a winning environment. The Yankees. You're on to something there. That'd be a great trade.
Hey, I'll give credit to Dan. He's the one that brought it up. I didn't even think about it. I was like, hey, maybe, because again, with the Yankees losing Stanton, now they're going to need another bat, and why not get another left-handed bat? That makes sense, right?
Or I think if the Yankees, if there was word on the street, the rumors were starting to rumble that maybe the Yankees were interested. I could see Boston then maybe turning up the flame a bit.
You see, I don't know if they need a need. See, I don't know what their situation. Do they have an injury?
Boston has a nice short porch for him over there.
They do. And again, his grandpa played for them. So, I mean, there is a possibility. But here's the deal. It kind of, it'd be nice. It would kind of be a win-win. The Yankees get a decent bat for them, right? For their ballpark. And then it opens up a position for the Giants to play the young guy at right field. Because look, Yaz is probably going to walk next year anyways. Why not get something for him? Does that make you know what I'm saying? Why stick with a guy if he's not part of the future? Then why not trade him for a Look, are you going to get something big for him? No, you're not. You're not going to get nothing big, but
not just the future, Eric. You got guys lingering around like Matos and Luciano. So you got to cut bait some of these guys sooner or later. You just can't keep hoarding these players. They're not part of our future.
Yeah.
And I'm questioning now if Luciano's even part of it. I'm not even hearing anything about him at
what's up, Taryn?
Preseason, man. What's he doing? I never hear his name.
He's no longer in spring training anymore. They designated him.
So
him and Eldridge have both been designated. Now you'll probably see them in some more spring training games later on when they need some extra bodies, so to speak, when they have split squads and all that stuff. But yeah, they already know what they're going to do with him. He needs a full year in AAA just to see what the hell this kid has got, because he's starting a brand new freaking position in the outfield. So we'll see what happens with him. Yeah, I see the talk about that JD Martinez. I heard that JD said no to the Yankees. No.
Gee,
What's up, Tommy Murphy?
I think every team always needs.
Speaking of Tom Murphy, real quick, supposedly he got another spinal epidural injection. Start rehabbing again in 2 weeks.
Down that road. You don't want to go down that road, Eric.
I've had those before, and they don't do shit for me. But anyways, yeah, Tom Murphy. How'd that epidural go, my friend? Was it good? I heard you'll be back in action in 2 weeks. Malik says Landon Roop is greater than Kyle Harrison, and I will say that Hayden Birdsong is greater than Landon Roop at this particular time, right?
I think it's going to be Harrison.
In order? If you want to stratify
them,
let's stratify them. Birdsong, Roop, Harrison at this particular time.
Or I think it's going to be Webb, Ray, Verlander, Harrison, Birdsong.
I don't see that happening though. They're running with Hicks. So it's going to happen. Now, talk to me in August.
So then you're going to have two odd men. Who are the?
No. What's going to happen is, well, I think Roop, even if he doesn't make the starting, I think he's going to be in the bullpen.
So then you got Harrison and Birdsong fighting for a position.
And this is going to be a fight between Birdsong and Harrison. I think Birdsong is going to win it out. It's just me.
Okay, the way he's a little quiet on the subject last night when we were doing our hot corner with Dan and Lou. I mentioned to you the fact that the San Francisco Giants, I believe they kind of backed themselves into this position to put themselves in the corner. Eric, they're like a frightened weasel. They're in there in the corner and they're coming out. Well, what are we doing with? You're creating a problem by bringing Hicks back from the bullpen.
Yeah, I know.
I think they create they're their own.
They're their own worst enemy.
Themselves from within, man.
Yeah. Well, and then that's we'll see what happens. I mean, we can't do nothing about it. That's what they're doing, and whether we like it or dislike it, that's what they're running with. Hopefully, he proves us wrong. Right? As a Giants fan, that's all we can hope. I hope he proves us wrong. But the way it looked last year.
Yeah, because Hicks, they have already said Hicks is going to be there. I don't know, man.
They've already said it. So I think, again, and this is just me, I think ideally he would be fantastic in the bullpen. But what do we know?
I think the San Francisco Giants are really turning up the heat there in the preseason era. But once the season gets going, I think it's safe to say that they're going to have the games when they win thrillers. Like today, they're going to put 8-9 runs on the board, and then they're going to come back and either get throttled. They're the type of team that'll win 5 in a row and then lose 7 in a row. That's my prediction.
Yeah. Well,
think of that today. I was thinking, geez, they put another, what? Did they score 8 runs today, Eric?
I think 6, wasn't it? No, it was 8. I'm sorry. Yeah, 8-2. Correct.
It pays to watch Charlotte. He was giving me all the details.
There you go.
They put 8 on the board today, and I was thinking, yeah, I could see this team giving up 9 the next day. So
it could happen. Baseball's funny that way. All right, here we go.
Maybe they'll grind it out. They seem to have a lot of grinders, don't they? They've got, dude. I don't know what side of the I don't know what side of the fence I'm even on anymore because they've got Adames,
you can't really be
Chapman. They've got their solid pieces, but then they got a lot of grinders, Eric. They could be able to. Maybe they're going to just grind out runs this year with McCray and Jung-Hoo. And who knows? I'm really at a loss right now. I don't know what side of the fence.
It's tough.
I'm going to wait till opening day.
Yeah, you're just going to have to wait until games are played. LD says Hicks was signed to start. Well, guess what? I'll tell you what. I'll push back on this one. I don't care what he signed at. Who is the president of baseball operations? This is not the decision of the player. I don't give a shit if the player says, hey, this is what I was signed to do. Well, guess what? If the president of baseball operations and the manager thinks that, hey, you need to play a different position, well, guess what? Shut up and color. You shut up and color. You don't sit there. You don't have, quote unquote, the authority to dictate where you're going to play or not play. Now, it's if the club wants to sit there and say, hey, okay, sure, we'll give you a chance. That's fine. That's on them. But this has nothing to do with the player. Zero. It has to do with how is he going to best benefit the team, and that is up to the president of baseball operations and the manager to decide, hey, what is going to be the best option for us to win some games? That's where I stand on that. Right?
You and I agree, because last night, that's exactly what I said on last night's show. I said, if the guy's being paid a major league salary, it's like any other job. When I hire you, Eric, I go, this is what you're going to do. I had one guy. This was just a topic of conversation Saturday afternoon. A guy was asking me, did this guy ever work for you? I go, yeah, I fired his ass. Because he said to me one day, I said, I need you to do this on Saturday when you're at work. Well, that's not my job description. I said, your job description's I'm the boss. Your job description is what I tell you. So I think when did the game has changed, Eric? All these no trade clauses and the players. When did the players start
opt-outs and all this?
Yeah. When did they start dictating the rules?
Right.
We got to trade. I think we're gonna trade you, Eric. Oh no, I won't go there. Well, you ship your ass there anyway. Tough luck.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, a lot of times, if to try to seal the deal, you might have to do a no trade. Got to have to do maybe opt outs. I mean, that's a little bit of leverage that the players can have, and hey, whatever. But does it happen a lot? Not a lot. It doesn't happen a lot. A lot of times they'll have a restricted list, right? It's
but some of them come in with I won't play for these 21 teams.
Right. I can't. They're allowed to pick like 10 teams that they don't want to be traded to. Now, could they waive that? Yes, they could. If the club comes to them and says, hey, team so-and-so is really interested in would you be willing to, lift that waiver, so to speak, so he could be traded? And it's up to the player, right?
In the last few decades, Eric, things have started to bend. And now with a possible lockout in the near future, when does it break between these astronomical salaries and players getting everything they want? When does it break? Do you think they'd have a lockout and they get to a stalemate because the union is so aggressive? And do the owners just stand their ground and we don't see baseball for a whole season? We missed a World Series. We missed a playoff round, Eric, at one point because of a lockout. So
you missed an entire World Series in '94. I mean, it was gone.
Well, the Expos were hot that year.
1981, there was almost no World. Remember, they had 2 seasons. Do you remember that? They had 2 seasons. It was weird, the 1981 season. So, again, who knows, man? We'll see how that plays out. It's going to be a little bit weird.
Yeah,
but yeah, there is. Player contracts is a little bit funny. That could be a topic all in itself, to be honest with you.
So as we look at it, we just mentioned the pitching there. You got Webb, you got Robbie Ray coming in number 2, you got Verlander. I don't think it's that good, Eric.
Hell, here's a question.
Older pitching staff. I don't know.
How about this?
Eric, do you think Robbie Ray? Do you think a guy who comes back from Tommy John? Do you think he's ever are you fearful about Robbie Ray? Nobody talks about Robbie Ray in this show. You got Robbie Ray comes in. Eric, he was damaged goods. All of a sudden, he knows the Tommy John, the is it like?
Yeah, it is.
Cure for cancer or something. Because
what happens is
I got a refreshed career.
You got a brand new elbow, and that brand new elbow has a tendon from your freaking thigh. So you're freaking basically Popeye, right? That's kind of what you are, right? It's no joke, man. It makes you stronger. Now, some guys can recover a lot better than others. That's just the way. Look, it all depends on the person. Does he do the right rehab? Does he run into any issues? So again, people heal differently. Some people are a little bit more serious in their rehab. So yeah, it all depends. Tom Murtha asks if do they get over? I think they go over 500. That's I've been saying. I say 84 wins. But yeah. Oh, here's a question. And tell me, since we're talking about pitching, we're talking about the 5th spot. Should the Giants think about making Verlander the 5th spot? Again, he doesn't have to pitch as many games. It's a little bit less wear and tear. If you want him to last the entire season, and then if God, I'm not going to say God forbid, if they make the wild card, then you can move him up and be your top 3. But during the season, would you make him a 5th starter again to reduce the load on him?
No, I haven't thought about it, Eric, and I'd say no. And you know why? It's simply because the San Francisco Giants, look at it, look at the players they've had. Look at the situation with Yaz. He's penciled into right field. Why? Well, he's been with us and we owe it to him. Verlander, well, he's a future Hall of Famer, so you can't make him number 5. Eric, again, we get back to you do what we tell you. We pay you. So I understand the logic of it. I just don't think the teams, including the Giants, are brave enough to tinker like that and go, I gave you $15 million. We're going to put you in the 5 hole. Even though can you imagine if they announced tomorrow he's pitching 5th, our chat would go wild. They think he's, next Cy Young Award winner for the Giants. And, he's going to the Hall of Fame, Eric. How dare they? So I don't think the Giants it's just not their style. Mm-hmm. Although it also takes a lot of leverage off his arm. They say he could pitch 90 innings. Well, then throw him in the 5 hole. Perfect.
Right. Does that make sense? To me, it does make sense. Why not? He's not really, if you think about it, he's not the future of the Giants, right? He's a stopgap. If we're going to be honest here, he's a stopgap. He's not part of the future. Hold on real quick. Before I get back to the 5th, Robert, you got to be careful when you say this kind of stuff. Verlander discovered the fountain of youth. When you say those words,
comment come from? What do you mean? I haven't seen it. That's just a throwing it out the wind.
Usually that's code word for you're doing.
That's the new Giant Sports Talk Live code word for we hope.
No. Do you know what the fountain of youth is, right? That's are you on some PED? That's what it usually refers to. When you find a fountain of youth, you just Again, don't say that, Robert.
I was at the ballpark.
I'm not saying he is, but when you make those type of comments, that's where people start thinking.
I was at the ballpark for an afternoon game, Eric.
There it is.
Do you remember? I was at a game, Steven Strasburg pitching for Washington against the Freak. And they announced the starting lineup. And then the Giants lost a player. They started tonight's lineup brought to you by, your Northern California Honda dealers. They announced the starting lineup, and then the guy wasn't in the lineup. You know why? It was Melky Cabrera. We didn't see him for the next 80 days.
Yeah,
I was there that afternoon.
And you know what's amazing? You remember what he did? Remember? He actually won the batting title, but he gave it to Posey because he was the one right below him because he was trying to soothe the ruffled feathers because again he was getting those records because he discovered the fountain of youth. All right, hold on, I'm gonna see something. I see.
Yeah, Robert saying I meant that, and I thought that's what he meant. He says I meant he seems to be 10 years younger, but really, have you seen any? We haven't even seen. I haven't seen him pitch, Eric. Not enough games televised. I haven't seen him. See, what has he done to prove he's 10 years younger, Eric?
What the hell happened here?
Once we get into April, you're going to find out what he's bringing to the table.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, guys, you know what I found the last couple of days, Eric? The San Francisco Giants, and yesterday was a split squad game. So basically everybody was in there between the two games. But we're seeing pretty much the heavies in the lineup now at this point for the Giants, and other teams aren't doing that. So the Giants win a game 8-3, and oh my God, we're going crazy. And then you're facing a Milwaukee or a Cubs team full of AAA players. It really is hard to justify wins and losses in preseason, Eric.
Yeah, preseason, Again, it's preseason.
I try not to get excited. I like what I've seen from some players. Don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, Eric, McCray. Look at McCray. Look what he's doing. I mean, nice. He's having a decent preseason, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to say. He makes the roster and then bats 190 and can't get on base, and here he's striking out again, Eric. Dan brought up some good points last night. He looked back at the history of baseball, and I can't recall the name off the top of my head because it's a nobody. He said this guy batted 500 in the preseason in like the 80s. It was 81, something like that. Anyway, the guy made the team, and then they cut him. He couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Hey, yeah, I know exactly, Mark. We're talking about practice again.
Right. Mark.
With spring training, I like to see individual stuff, but wins and losses and all that shit, it means nothing.
Nah.
Check this out.
Hey, 2 Erics on my screen. Oh, there you go.
How about that? Pretty good, huh?
What are we looking at here now? Where did that
I see the conversation. I just wanted to take a look at what their career totals are.
Who?
Can you guess who they are?
I don't care. Who?
Anybody?
I'm
Anybody?
playing games
I love doing this.
at 11 o'clock at night. We got one of them's got to be Verlander, and the other's got to be Webb.
No, it ain't Webb. I'll tell you that.
Verlander?
Malik got it. Smoltz versus Verlander. I saw people talking about they're comparing Smoltz and Verlander.
Comparing
Wow.
Smoltz and Verlander? Smoltz did the normal thing and retired and got a broadcast booth job, Eric.
But look what he did. What's the biggest difference here? There's a stat that really makes a difference between the two pitchers.
What's Val talking about? 11 for you, Glenn, not in America.
Huh?
Jesus,
I have
Tom
no idea
can't
what that
get on
means.
the show. It's 1 a.m. for Tom. Eric, you ever hear the song? It's 5 o'clock somewhere when it's 11 o'clock somewhere in the United States of America.
I don't know what the 11
What
is.
the hell are you
But I saw
talking
people-
about?
Yes, Rick, exactly. What John Smoltz, when his starting days came to an end, yeah,
Come on, Valerie. Jeez.
when they came to an end, he decided to go, hey, you know what? I'm going to go be a closer. And he wind up accumulated 154 saves. That's pretty damn, that's something. When someone could go to be as dominant as he was as a starting pitcher and then be able to come and be a dominant closer, that tells you something, man. I like John Smoltz.
You're onto something. You know who I thought was going to be a dominant closer, Eric? And for whatever reason, I don't know, just after the 2014 World Series, talk about good pitching beats good hitting. The Freak was a freak out of the bullpen.
In 2012, he was the freak.
Was it 12?
12, he was the freak. 100%.
Wasn't
he
good. Incredible?
He was fantastic. They
I
called
thought
him
that was going to revitalize his career, Eric, because he was dominant out of the bullpen. But he just faded off into the sunset, so to speak. Is there bad blood there? He never appears at anything that's got it.
No, dude, he's gone through a lot of personal trauma. He lost his wife to cancer. He lost his brother to cancer. So I'm sure he's always been a low-key guy, right? He'll go out there and freaking, but when he puts away the uniform and hangs up the cleats, he keeps to himself, man. He was never a guy that went out there and made a name for himself off the field. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just who he is, man. And that's cool. Like, he didn't change as a person. Make Verlander the closer. There you go.
There you go. Maybe you're on to something.
Compare Yaz to show
something tonight. Feeling a good vibe here tonight.
Yeah, it's when the Giants are showing a little bit of something, it helps, doesn't it? It helps.
LD, I could care less about the raws and trying to get a guy 300 wins. Eric, he really stinks, but let's keep throwing him out there. We really want to get him 300 wins. That's not what winning baseball is about, Eric.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Look, would it be awesome if he gets 300 wins? Absolutely. It's a huge accomplishment for him. That's fine. But me as a Giants fan, I just want him to go out there, Giants, and do whatever he can to help that. That's it. Now, if he was, 300 wins, if he's been a Giant his whole career, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, if staying with the Giants for freaking 20 years and he wins 300, dude, I'd be over the moon, right?
Yeah.
It's just the statistical stuff. Oh yeah, that's cool. He gets 300 wins. Way to go. That's awesome. I got no, but do I care about it as a Giants fan? Not so much.
And look how I read into LD's comment. Let Verlander get 300 wins. Let him get 300. Okay, whatever. It's ridiculous not to want to give him a chance, just to stroke your ego. I'm just exactly 180 the opposite, Erica. It's ridiculous to just throw him out there to stroke his ego.
His ego. Yeah. That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
And then Val, once again, valid point. He had a great career.
Correct. Yeah. No, there's no doubt about it. Look, Verlander's going to be a Hall of Famer. Buster Posey is going to be a Hall of Famer. But
okay, let me throw this at you, Eric. Simple question. Why isn't Buster Posey still playing?
Hey, good question.
Why isn't he still playing? Why does Verlander get to play till he's 52 years old?
Him. That's up to the player. Buster Posey said, "Hey, I'm done." And I think if I'm not mistaken, he did say in an interview, his hip wasn't the same. Even after having the surgery, he was starting to feel it. And I think he just probably wanted to finish on top, which is fine.
LD, it's not about putting on a pink tutu and getting some cheerleader pom-poms. Baseball is about winning. I hear you, but it's baseball history, Eric.
No, it is. I get it.
I could care less.
I think it would be cool. But again, like I said, as a San Francisco Giants fan, I just want him to go out there and pitch for the Giants and do whatever he can so they can win. Ultimately,
Giants already have a 300 winner. Even though he didn't win his 300th here, they got a 300 winner.
If look, what would you?
You know that
LD,
is?
what would you? Who was that? Wasn't that Gaylord?
Won it in Seattle. Yeah.
Here we go. What would you rather have? Would you rather have a World Series ring with Verlander, or would you rather see the Giants not make the wild card and get closer to 300 wins?
I can't believe you're asking that question.
Right?
Come
on. I mean, that's hopefully you answer right. That's kind of a softball. I'm laying it up for you. You see what I'm saying?
You keep asking questions like that, I got to crack open a bigger cold one, Eric.
Oh man.
I got the giant Fanta for a lot of sugar in this one, Eric. May need it. I've been saving that one.
Let me see.
Could eat through the can.
All right, let's see this one.
So what is it, Eric? Do you think? See, when people come in here, Mark, good to have you back. Verlander has a few drops left in the tank, and I hear a lot of people talking so positively about him, Eric.
Oh, look at this.
My question is, when you say, yeah, he's still got something left in the tank, what? He's just come off a terrible year, injury year. So what? I think it's just being randomly thrown out. Oh, he's got stuff left in the tank. What does he show? We're not even into the season yet. What has he shown you that he's got this big rebound year? Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. We'll see.
So I can't say that he's not going to be great, but I can't say he's going to be good either, Eric. The jury is out till we get into the season.
Here's a question. You're going to see similar numbers, but
starts facing major league hitting.
Who would you rather have? Would you rather see the guy on the left get closer to 300 wins, or would you rather have the guy on the right that's going to win you championships? Maybe. Very similar, right? But check out the ERA, the ERA plus, the K percentage.
So Verlander's got to be on the right.
Who would you rather have? And just so you know, both of these pitchers got paid $15 million. That kind of gives it away.
The pitcher on the left eats a lot of innings, doesn't he?
He does, and it's Verlander.
But he started 100 more games. Or
yes, he did.
80 more games. Something
He's a lot more innings pitched. Yep. A lot more games.
Similar strikeouts, K percentage.
I think he got paid 15.
Maybe the left. Scherzer. There you go. I was taking, or not the left, the right, I meant. Scherzer.
That's Scherzer on the right.
I like Scherzer. Although Scherzer is.
Would you have rather have Scherzer than Verlander?
I shouldn't say
anybody. Would anybody have rather have Scherzer, if I could get that out right, or Verlander?
There's a good question. Who would you rather? I'd rather Scherzer.
What do you guys think? I mean, let me ask the chat.
To be quite honest, I'd rather neither of them. But
neither. Dilly says Verlander. Never dead arm Mac says Rick. Tommy Murphy just says yes. What do you think? Who would you rather have if you had to choose between the two of them?
Okay, I changed my mind, Eric. If Robert Rothberg says I'm content with Verlander, I'm on the Robert Rothberg train, man.
Both of them have 3 Cy Youngs. Both of them have almost the same amount of All-Stars. Both of them have 2 championships.
This could be a valid point.
Who would you rather have?
Jay Farrell. Good point.
They're both about the same, aren't they?
Although I think Scherzer is going to pitch a lot of innings with Toronto. I think he's going to get thrown out there a lot because they're not deep in pitching.
But again, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't care about individual records when they're just a stopgap. I just don't get excited about that. Am I excited about that as a baseball fan? Sure. Yeah, that's awesome. If someone was out there, it don't matter what team they're on. It doesn't. If someone was on the freaking the Detroit Tigers and they were getting their 300th win, that's awesome for baseball, for history's sake, right? That's awesome. But is that going to do anything for me as a Giants fan? No.
And I'm not going to. This is a lot. You know what? I'm not even going to go down this road anymore. Sorry, we'll revisit you again tomorrow, Val. We'll start fresh. But I think these are just, again, being thrown out. Verlander, at least, is a workhorse. Eric, I haven't seen anyone, and I'm talking about guys who are in the know, guys who are attending training camp right now, watching these players, and I haven't even heard anyone say that Verlander will pitch more than 90 innings. Now you'll get maybe 90 out of him.
I think
I've seen him a workhorse.
I've seen him say he was okay. We can say this, Val. I'll tell you what. He has been a workhorse. Does it mean he's going to be a workhorse this year? We'll find out.
Well, that's like saying, Eric, World Series winner. Well, he ain't winning a World Series this year.
Yeah.
Unless we trade him at the deadline. Or sooner.
If Verlander throws 150, that would be honestly, I would be impressed. If he lasts 150 innings, that would.
Oh, I think he'll throw more than Val. I think he'll throw more than 150 pitches this year.
No innings.
Oh, he won't throw. I was being sarcastic. He won't throw. Eric, there's no way he throws 150. What did Marty Laurie come in at? 90?
No, he just said 12 starts, I think he said.
Okay, 12 starts, but everything I've read is between 90 and 100 innings. That's all.
That's what I've seen. I've seen 90 to 100. That's all I've seen. Now, again,
Valerie, you got him coming in at 150 innings when the majority of hosts, people in the know, people get paid for their opinion, unlike us, they're coming in with 90. Eric, we're not talking 90 and 100. We're talking 90 and 150. 60 innings is a lot of innings, Eric.
Yeah.
A little lopsided. I can't go with 100.
Oh, I knew they were going to do that.
And you know what I think is going to happen, Eric? Given his age and given all the factors, I think Verlander's going to be used in a capacity where he'll be your guy that pitches 4 innings and he's out of there, and that'll be your bullpen game.
Maybe.
We'll see. Eric, Wait till the season starts, man. It'll prove me right again, Eric.
But to get to my point is
Val. What's your name? I've asked you 100 times in the show if you're a guy or a girl. Val. I went to school with a lot of Vals, but they were girls. So are you? What? I don't even know. I take it then you're not a girl. So I've asked Val 2 weeks now. Tell me.
I'd like to have Verlander in the 5th spot again because it will last longer for the season. I think that would just. Oh, it's just Val.
Oh, it's Val. See, I don't know any Vals, so pardon my ignorance. I didn't know. I don't know any Vals.
Oh, good, Val. It's all good. It's all good. No, I've never had, but doesn't mean that they're
Vals either.
It is what it is. But yeah, why not? I would love to see him in the 5. Again, if you want him to last the whole season, why not? Does it make sense? Does it not make sense?
I wish I'd come up with that, Eric. God damn it. I'm not quick enough. Val is really short. He's a big Valkyrie fan. That's what it is. He's coming in under the name, the pseudonym Val. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Now, Val's been around for it, man. I remember Val back when I was, Val, weren't you hanging out in Larry Kruger's chat, right? When he first started.
Dan's spent a lot of time in Dan's show.
I think I remember him. I think if I'm not mistaken, he was in Larry Kruger's chat when I was just a guy in the chat.
Back when you were a nobody.
Yep. And then Val was hanging out in NorCal when we were there, and then he's come over here, man. He's freaking awesome, dude. I like Val. He's good. He's a good guy, man. Good guy.
And
you haven't seen Ted
Val,
Mosby.
No one think about Val. Val
Mosby.
going back over all the time between the really 3 channels.
3 years. Yeah.
Val is one of the ones every night, locked in.
Yeah. Yeah. He's always here, man.
Locked on Giants.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah. You bet, Val.
Not to promote anybody else. LD's right. Everything is speculation at this point.
Oh, yes. That's all, and that's all not preseason, but the spring training could give you. All we could do is just sit here and help. And yes, I agree with that. He is helping.
Entertaining, Eric. We're just. We're in this to find out who's winning the Golden Shovel Award. Who can shovel it the best?
Robert says win projection. I've already said it, 84. That's where I'm going to stick. I don't think the Giants are going to make many more moves. You never know. If they do make a move somehow, then I'll adjust. But I'm going to say you're at 79, right, Glenn?
I'm at 79. Yeah, I'll stick with 70. You have no sense changing it.
I'm at 84.
Deep down, I think what I've seen in preseason, if I want to get caught up, Eric, maybe I could add 4 wins. But I'm going to stick with what I projected. And Happy Gilmore says, where the hell is Chardal? Well, Chardal did a marathon today. Did a pregame, did a postgame, and gave you the play-by-play coverage of the entire Giants-Colorado preseason game today. So my hat's off to Chardal. Good job. Good job, Chardal. Nope, Robert. If you slip me a couple of Benjamins, I'll come on the show. Maybe perhaps I will change my mind. But at this point, not worth my.
Tommy Murphy says 71. LD says 85 to 90. Ooh.
Do you get caught up in that? That word came up in the show last night, the hot corner, Eric. Well, how much do you read into attitude? The attitude of the ball club. I mean, you either win.
Some of it does. Look, there is something. Look. Do you want to have a clubhouse as an atmosphere of where, hey, you're having a good time, or do you want it to come in after every game and just now? Does that always mean that it's going to lead to success? No. You go back in baseball history. There's some of the teams that were so toxic, and yet they went out there and won the World Series. I mean, it's just the way it was. Who was it? They said there was like fights every damn. I shouldn't say after every game, but there was fights all the time in the clubhouse. But yet they still went out there and they won. It's because look, ultimately, yes, attitude is a little bit apart. What makes people win, or what makes teams win,
is good ball players.
is talent. It's talent. If you
Exactly.
don't have the talent, you're not gonna win. Look, luck can only get you so far, right? It only can get you, and then you're gonna be exposed if you're just using a lot of luck. You gotta have the talent. What are you talking about, Tommy? Get out of here. I'm being realistic, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, Tommy. Killing me, man. Wait. Who is this? Oh, Bill Walsh. Okay.
You can't go wrong there.
No, you can't. But yeah. And again, am I saying that attitude doesn't mean anything? No, there is something. But again, look at the Cubs, man. You want to go to the Tinker to Evers to Chance? Those guys hated each other. Well, not all of them hated. Everyone hated Evers. But dude, I think if I'm not mistaken, Tinker and Evers, they didn't talk for 2 years. 2 years, man, and they still were turning the double. Tinker's Evers the Chance. So I mean, it's take it for what you would. I mean, you still gotta have the talent. You still gotta go out there and do what you got to do to help your team win, right?
Oh my.
There you go. Here we go. This is what it matters. This is where it matters. It's not necessarily attitude as much as it is philosophy. Thank you, Dallas. Perfect, Dallas. Yes, sir. The big change is valuing a 2-strike approach. Farhan wants you swinging for the fence with 2 strikes. Posey says to put the ball in play. I think option 2 suits the team in the ballpark better. There you go. That's what I've been trying to say for the longest time. There are other ways to win games than just trying to kill the ball. We're seeing it with McCray, right?
Yes. But I will say, what did I say on the show last night, Eric? Look at the box scores. And I know it's a different, I even said in my own defense, I said, I'm not getting caught up because you're playing in small ballpark. But you basically minor league ballparks in spring training, right, Eric? But the Giants are relying on the long ball a lot, getting a lot of home runs from a lot of players.
In 2021, their magic season, I think they led the league, right, in home runs, if I'm not mistaken, in 2021.
But like I brought up in the show last night, some people were talking about it. Once you get back to Eric, Oracle Park hasn't changed. You're not gonna lead the preseason, the Cactus lead in home runs, and then go back to Oracle Park and be knocking them out like crazy. It's not conducive to that kind of baseball.
Correct.
And that's why I think the short game is better for the Giants. And they just don't want to change. Maybe we'll see that light where they start knocking in some runs by God, if we could only steal bases, Eric, play a little small ball. I'd be more excited to see that and hit no home runs.
Right.
That's better. Isn't that a more enjoyable brand of baseball?
Brand of baseball. Here we go. LD says Buster knows what it takes to win an Oracle. Farhan knows numbers, but no soul. Agreed. Yes, sir. What's up, PK? And here's the thing. And you play like that, right? You play with those approaches that Dallas talks about. And hey, Tommy Murphy, to your point, yeah, we don't know. Look, we're just throwing shit against the wall, right? We really don't know. We're just seeing what is being done with our eye, right? And it looked like the Giants didn't do shit with runners in scoring position. Their approach was just to try to swing out of their heels. That's how we could tell. It was just different. Buster Posey, again, to be determined. Let's see when games start being played on whether or not that approach is different with runners in scoring position, less than 2 outs. Are they going to still try to kill the ball, or are they just going to try to put it in play and score that run? And guess what, Glenn? That will work in every single ballpark in the major leagues.
Absolutely.
Getting a hit with runners in scoring position plays in every park. You don't always have to hit the damn home run, man. Look, is it great? Are the Giants going to hit home runs? Yes. It doesn't mean the Giants are going to be just punching Judy hitters up and down the lineup. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you got to have situational awareness to understand that, hey, if I don't have to swing for the fences, if I got a guy over there in scoring position and all I got to do is put the ball in play.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, put the ball in play. Got to see more of that this year.
Yeah.
How many times the bases loaded last year? Nobody out couldn't score a run.
Tommy Murphy. Hey, a lot of people love that style of baseball back in the freaking. Well, hell, who knows when the hell that started? To be
To
honest,
me, it's more exciting watching. Eric, anybody can step up to the plate and hit a home run. You never know when it's going to happen. But to watch a team manufacture runs,
that's fun, dude. I love watching it, and it's exciting, and especially if you're watching it. I mean, it's just you're seeing guys running all over the place, and it's dude, it's just awesome. I love that stuff.
Eric, want to take a timeout? Want to take a little break?
Yeah, let's do that because I'm gonna go warm up a coffee.
Oh,
Okay.
don't go away. Okay,
What's up?
I'll do the
Let me go-
sponsors. You warm up the coffee. I got a surprise for you when you come back.
All right, right on. Be right back.
Okay, brother. All right, that time of the night once again, because Eric always. We were on the hot corner last night. Eric couldn't even name all of our sponsors. Some nights I can't, but they're up there on the screen, so that's a bonus. Lefties in Burlingame. What day is today? Today's Monday, isn't it? So they had singles night tonight, every Monday on their Facebook page. Check them out, Lefties over in Burlingame. And I know some of the guys in the chat, you guys have identified yourselves. You like to go in, shop there, get some cards, rookie cards. They got it all. Lots of Wilmer Flores autographs too. Duxwell Printing for all your printing needs in the Bay Area. Signatures for Soldiers are a proud sponsor of the show. They jumped on board and have never looked back. One of our newer sponsors, Genesis Gold, IRA.com.
Safeguard your 401k or IRA with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA. This IRA can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call to receive a free gold and silver guide. Call Genesis Gold Group now at 1-800-200-GOLD. Find out how you can add precious metals to your IRA. Visit us at GenesisGoldIRA.com. Genesis Gold Group, empowering faith-driven stewardship. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
All right, Genesis Gold, one of our sponsors. And guys, you know all about it by now. But they pay, so they got to have their say. BetterCreditCards.com, our featured sponsor of Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and
What
Glenn.
can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
There you go. So please do support our sponsors. They support this show. There are a lot of costs incurred, so appreciate our sponsors very much. We'd appreciate you just dropping in to say hi, especially all you guys who go over to Lefties. And, they value you as well. Let's see. Why is there a lack of bunting? That's a good question, because I think it's a lost art. You know how many times I watched ball games over the last 7 or 8 years? Especially, you know what? You go back 4 or 5 years ago when they had the shift and everybody was playing the shift. My God, between second, there was nobody at short or third, and Brandon Belt could not lay down a bunt to. They were saying, "Here, take a free base." I think it's a lost art. I just don't think. I
think that's going to change. I think it might change under Buster Posey. I really do.
I hope so. All right. Want some surprises?
Let's hear it.
We haven't done this in a long time, Eric. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 pickups today. You want to see my pickups?
Oh, you got cards. What?
I got pickups. First of all, a little set I've been working on. I picked up from this year's O-Peachy hockey set. The 3 of Hearts, William Eklund. Oh, I got him upside down. Sorry. It's the same either way, but you can't read his name. William Eklund of your San Jose Sharks, but he's been traded, I believe.
You got traded?
Yeah. Then, this seems to be a trend. Then I picked up this guy, Vitek Vanacek. That's his Devils card. I think it's numbered out of 100. Yeah, it's his rookie card too. Bingo.
Hey, how about that?
He was a San Jose Shark. We were doing a show, and I was shocked that they traded for him because they had to give up Mackenzie Blackwood. The trade went down when we were doing our show. And well, of course, they traded him the other day. They got nobody left. Sharks traded everybody. I can't figure it out. Not that I'm a big stamp collector, Eric, but I picked up this beauty.
How about that?
I think it's a 1934-ish 2 cent. It's got a little mark on it, but it's unused. Hasn't been used. It's
Hasn't been stamped.
exactly mint, but unused.
Doesn't have the postmark stamp. Yeah.
I'm going to do these in reverse order, just because you guys will get more enjoyment out of it if I just save the best for last. But I picked up this beautiful. Some cards, Eric, just look great when they're autographed. A nice autograph. This one is it's kind of color coordinated. Nice blue Sharpie.
Mike Schooler.
My favorite player of all freaking time. Mike Schooler, closer for the Seattle Mariners. And he signed that card. Beautiful signature. And then my final pickup today. This one came in, Eric. You ready for this? This is a beauty. The condition sensitive. This is beautiful. I picked up this 1978 Topps card. It's got a little fleck, a little softness in the corner, but I'm tickled pink with the condition.
Thurman Munson.
That's not bad shape, eh? Good condition.
That's a good photo, man. I like that.
Look above the C.
Yeah.
See, it's a little
flick.
You get to be otherwise. Look at that. That's in great condition. I'm happy. Great
You can
picture.
get it graded?
No, I'll just leave it in nice. Look how thick the card.
Yeah, that's pretty damn thick.
It's the good cards that I look after. Look how thick that.
Yeah, that thing is like bulletproof, man.
That's you've got to protect Mike.
Yeah. That's freaking awesome. I like that Thurman Munson, man.
That's beautiful.
Nice, that's a nice one. I like
It's just a great baseball picture. And look back in the day. Look at the old hockey pads, man. And look at that. Kids out there, look what they used to wear. A mask.
You know what doesn't make sense though? That he's the Yankees, and why is he wearing orange freaking chest protector? That's weird, isn't it? A little weird. But hey,
yeah, you glance quickly, he could pass for a Baltimore Oriole catcher, right? A little Rick Dempsey card there. No, Thurman. Yeah. Anyway, those are some of my pickups today. I thought I haven't shared any pickups with you for a while. So there you go.
Been a while.
Some of the guys in the chat have been sending us. You can always do that, guys. Some guys in our chat on a regular basis send us photos of what they've been picking up.
Yeah, why not?
eBay or over at
Dilly. He's been emailing us.
Lefties, right?
Hey, look at this. Israel Garcia mindset reset. What is up, Israel? Here at Sloan Park. Fun. Good for you, man.
Oh, sorry. There it is. GiantSportsTalkLive@gmail.com. You can
yeah, that was a hell of a game there, Israel. I mean, you saw that young kid hit a 3-run home run there at the end? But yeah, that's awesome, man. Good on you. Now, Landon didn't look too good. Not too good. But hey, you're having fun. Spring training. You're watching some baseball. I'm ready for the real damn thing, man. Ready for the real thing.
Yeah. Well, it's almost here, Eric. Hey, you know what's coming up even quicker? Let the draft begin.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I knew you were going with that one. Dude, 5 more days. No, wow, 4 days now. I'm waiting. Look, we're still, dude, it's going to be fun. Guys, Friday night.
Freaking Christmas, Eric. 4 more. I'm counting down the sleeps. 4 more sleeps.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Israel? He's from Venezuela. Right on, man. Matos is great. Hey, Matos had a hell of a winter games or a winter ball in Venezuela. We got Rookie of the Year. So yeah, I want to see Matos out there, Israel. I want to see Matos. He's the guy that needs to be out there in right field.
And there aren't a lot of promises in life, Eric, but I can promise you one thing. I'm picking 7th in the draft.
Yeah, I'm sick.
You're 6th. There's not a lot of.
I tweaked a little bit yesterday. Did you see that?
I don't even read them anymore. There's some things you just, you can't promise. There's one promise. Friday night. I ain't drafting Shohei Ohtani.
That is a fact. There's only one person drafting Shohei Ohtani. and that is our good friend Ibrahim Khan. That's a given.
He's already gone out. He's already gone out for a smoke, man. He's already made his pick. He's like, I'm mailing it in now. I'll join you later on.
The second pick is Mike O, and it's a guarantee he will be picking Bobby Witt Jr. That's a guarantee.
No,
that's a guarantee.
He's picking
Willie Adames.
Yeah.
Ain't happening.
If I had the number 2 pick, I would not be picking Bobby Witt. Would you?
I might even pick him for freaking 1, to be honest with you.
Come on now.
Bobby Witt's going to be freaking good, man.
Oh, wink, wink. Are you trying to talk? I see what you're doing here. See, Dilly, listen to Eric. Show he's not a sure thing.
No, it's Ibrahim that's picking number 1.
I mean, Ibrahim.
I'm telling you.
Shh. No trade secrets, man. No trade secrets.
Yeah, and then after that, then I'm not gonna. But the first 2 are pretty much a guarantee. First 2 guaranteed. After that, then it could kind of go anywhere. But those are the two best.
Yeah.
Dilly. Oh, what's up?
Well, you never know. Come Friday, I guarantee
it's gonna be fun, dude. I
said you can't guarantee that I'll get who I want, but I'll tell you a guarantee there'll be lots of surprises in there, Eric.
It's gonna be fun.
You've been down this road before with some of these guys in the last pool.
I know, guys.
Surprises.
Make sure you got some snacks. Make sure you got some drink.
I'm saving my Fanta. I'm saving my Fanta for Friday
Israel,
night.
I heard Luke Casey's last outing wasn't all that great, if I'm not mistaken.
Are we still
talking
about him?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, when he was playing the other day, matter of fact, it was yesterday. I think he came in to relieve. Was it Hicks? I can't remember, but he wound up walking a guy, hitting a guy, and I don't know. I'm not high on Luke Casey, to be honest with you. It's just me.
Hey, do me a favor, buddy, while we're talking about the draft.
Will be. He's ready to go. He doesn't even have to take a bathroom break.
No, just get a catheter. So
that's what he's got.
Bring up the Eric. You don't have to do it on the screen or anything, but just so I'm familiarized with who is going to be even participating in our draft, because there'll be people. We're going to do it live on the air. You guys can tune in to the show Friday night. It's going to be must-see television. You can tune in and watch the draft unfold here.
Right, live right here on YouTube.
Refresh my memory and let the people at home know the draft order. Who is even participating? Who do we got in there? You've already let the cat of the... Now we know who's picking number 1 and 2.
Oh, come on, damn it. There we go.
You say Mike O is picking 2nd?
Yep, I think Will be is 3rd.
Mike, who are you picking 2nd? Who?
Okay. I mean, if you're the second one, it really doesn't matter, to be honest with you.
So Mike,
all right, here we go.
Williams 3rd. Okay.
First, we got 12 guys, right? 12 guys in this. Here we go. Yes, I saw those uniforms. They look atrocious. Did you see those Oriole uniforms? The orange?
Oh my God. They're just revitalized. They just brought them back.
Those look bad.
They were good in there.
Ibrahim Khan will be picking number 1. Mike O will be picking number 2. Will be live from the hospital. Will be picking number 3. Dan will be picking 4. Marcus will be picking 5th. I will be picking 6th. Glenn will be picking 7th. Senior number 8. Dilly number 9. Droopy number 10. I think number 11, if I'm not mistaken, is Cliff Martinez, and number 12, Robbie Dizzle is going to be picking number 12.
Yeah. Robbie Dizzle picks 12 and 13.
Yes, he does.
He'll got to hold out, but then he goes back to back, couple of bombs.
Right. And then Ibrahim in the next turn will be picking.
Poor Ibrahim, yeah. Ibrahim picks 1st, and then he doesn't pick till like 21st or 25th.
Yeah,
Something
man,
like
he's
that.
gonna-
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's nuts. That's why I like where I'm at. I'm okay. Senior wants to know, Glenn, who are you taking at number 7?
Ask Senior, who's he picking at number 8?
He wants to know what you're picking at number 8 there, Senior.
Yeah. Well, apparently we're not talking, Senior. So, Eric, you asked him. And I come back with the same answer every time. I'm like, depends on who's on the board.
Depends on who's on the board.
Well, Tucker wouldn't be bad. I like watching him in the preseason. And you know what, Eric, in the first round, no matter who, just reach in. Dude, you know what you're getting. If you pick wisely, if you pick any of the top 20, you know what you're getting. You can't go wrong with your first pick.
I wonder where Paul Skeens or Tariq Skubal go. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, I was looking at picking some pitching up maybe the first round, but not the way you have the stats. I won't pick a
I
pitcher
changed
till
it.
probably,
I changed it. That's what I'm saying. You
I
better
saw
look.
the way you changed it. I won't pick a pitcher till probably
I bumped up the wins one
7th
more
round.
point. I got wins
8.
now at 3 points. I
Yeah,
dropped the
wins were
holds.
3. But
I
then
dropped the holds.
the guy gets a base hit, you lose a point. So you could have a pitcher get a win and still, hey, I won. My pitcher won. He got 3 points, and I finished with -3. So I'm not picking pitching till at least 36 rounds. I'll probably pick pitching in the 12th round.
I think I think I'm good at where I want, Mike. I think I'm finally done messing with the spices. I dropped down the holds. I kind of reduced the steal. Instead of having it as a 3, I put it as a 2.
Skater says I'm taking wisely. I'll tell you one guy I'm not taking. I'm not taking Grant McCray. You don't get AAA stats in this league, right, Eric?
Could be an NA. He can be an NA. Because I think he's going to start off in AAA.
Eric, once the season starts, to be MA, missing in action.
It's going to be fun. Damn, I cannot wait, dude. That's going to be so much freaking fun. And then the next day, I have my draft with Vince's league.
You know who didn't? I don't know if I'm on the outs or something.
Oh, shit.
I didn't get a call or a message today from Dan.
Oh, he just send him a text. He'll get back to you.
Dan, where are you?
Hold on, let me see something. Saturday at 5:00, I got a draft. So Friday, I got one for ours,
Easy,
and then
Senior. Easy. Senior says he's picking whoever I miss out on. Anyway, first round, I'll take any. Eric did a lot of great play. Anybody in the first round, you can't screw up. You can't screw up the first round, Eric.
yeah. Oh, you can. Oh, you can. If you,
Mike, I won in the $200 league.
If you glitch or do something weird, or someone for some reason gets called away from the draft, it could get weird.
It picks automatically. Then the computer automatically picks the best player available. You can't go wrong.
The first round, yeah, you're pretty set.
Well, then if you're not too happy, I'll tell you what. I'll trade you my 3rd round pick for your 1st round pick.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be fun if you could trade picks, huh? Wouldn't that be fun?
Can't you?
You know how many? No, that
Why
would be
not?
a lot of fun. Not within the damn purview of Yahoo freaking fantasy.
Because maybe there's something to be said about dropping from 7th to 12th and then picking 12th, 13th. Hey, Robbie Dizzle, you want to make a trade?
Get Vince out here to rip him out of corrupt.
I'm not kidding.
I
just
like it,
answered
man.
that.
I think it's going to be fun. This is going to be a lot of fun.
This very question. He must have been gone to warm up his coffee. Glenn, what round will you take a pitcher? I'm going to start looking at pitchers around the 13th round.
The 13th round.
Well, look at the way you've got the stats. I'm telling you. If you look at the way Eric has the stats laid out for pitching, it's 3 points for a win. But, dude, every time there's an out, ground ball out, you lose a point. So you could have a win. Well,
Yes,
we
Mike.
won 8-0 tonight. Glenn has Logan Webb. He picks up a beautiful victory, and Glenn finishes minus 4.5. The pitching does not seem beneficial to me.
And remember, you don't have to worry about specific categories. You're just getting points. Points is it. That's all you're looking for.
Yeah, but you're
If your
losing
guys-
points in the pitching.
You can.
Right. So you could,
can.
Eric, literally and figuratively, you could pitch a victory and say, well, you got your 3. How come you're -4 for the night? That's the way Eric is thinking. This malarkey is set up.
Oh, dude, people are going to lose their minds, man. This is going to be so freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mike, why are you allowing Eric to do this? Because I don't give a fiddler's crap. Here, I said, here, you just do it.
Oh,
and Mike,
man.
Mike, it's a $50 league, right?
It's 50.
So it's all about. So Eric wants to run like a $500 league in this $50 league. Oh, I'm gonna make. Oh yeah. How many categories you got, Eric? How many scoring categories you got? Like
13 per.
28?
We got, we got 26 altogether.
There you go. There you go. So it's like throwing a dart at the board.
No roto here. It's points, baby.
Is that what
Points!
Dan's running? Is that what you call Dan's?
Dan's going to be roto. It's going to be like it was last year.
I've never done the roto. You know, the only kind I've done.
Yeah, roto was last year. Roto was last year.
The only kind of draft I've ever been. I've been in about 12 baseball drafts going back 20 some years. The only kind I've had is where this week, like our football one, it'd say you're playing Eric Romo this week, and our stats
it's head-to-head.
get a win. So
You did head-to-head.
You get wins and losses.
Head
I like head-to-head leagues because then you can have a bad day, still come back and win the week, or you can have a bad week and still come back and win the year, or you can just suck like I do in every other league. You know,
I'm telling you guys, it's going to be fun. I can't wait. It's not too late to change it.
What do you think, Senior? Senior was kind of critical, I believe. What do you think? Is he? He
wants
it up a lot. Is he cleaned it up, or are we still?
Senior wants roto as well. He wants roto.
I think roto is. It's too late now.
It's
too late now. I've done some homework. You can't. And that's something else, guys. Unlike last year was a crap show. Actually, let me tell you, it was a shit show. We started the season, and we're like 2 weeks in, and then Dan's like, I've decided to change the scoring. I'm like, you can't be making change after the first pitch. You can't.
Everyone else in the world besides Eric and Vince run it roto. Hey, man, I'm doing it's full throttle. That's right, man. Look, this is going to be fun. Honestly, I think Vince might be onto something here. This is going to be
Bernice
fun.
was worried about you. Bernice looked at the stats and she goes, how is he ever going to do up the stats for that? Like that in that league? I go, the computer does it. No. She goes,
computer does it.
Eric's borrowing Farhan's Tandy.
No.
Those little hats.
Oh, I got the little brims. Yeah.
You look like a banker in the back room.
See, this is the beauty of this, because everyone is used to roto. No one has ever done, it seems to have done points. So everybody's going to be on the same page, so to speak.
Yeah.
If it works well, hey, we'll do it again next year. If it doesn't, well, maybe we'll go back to roto.
And the one blessing, well, geez, we just hope we have a channel in another year. The blessing.
Yes, Anthony.
The blessing is, Mike, there's unlimited moves because Mike, you and I used up about 80 moves in the first 25 days of the year. Look at that. You ran out of moves about a week before I did. And that's when I was having fun. And then
you still got Fab, though. You still got
Eric,
Fab.
It's the middle of May, and I was like, I'm waiting for next year. I couldn't make any moves.
How about this? I got the Fab at 500. You guys like the Fab at 500, or do you think that needs to be adjusted?
What's the Fab?
Remember, you got to bid on players, so you got to compete with other guys.
What do you mean you got to bid on players?
Say you want to go. Say there's someone in that you want to put on your team, and you got to bid for him during the waiver. Okay.
No.
And you bid for him, but you got to
put in a price. If I'm in last place. I got 86 points and you got 1,200. Then you get the last pick in that.
Nope.
waiver.
That's not with Fab. With Fab, it's over whoever Whoever bids the highest.
Holy crap. Who's going to do
Whoever
it?
bids
Eric,
the highest.
the waiver wire is going to be open every day, though, isn't it? You're not doing a waiver once a week.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's every damn day with freaking baseball. It's different than it is with football.
Wait a second. So you can't say there's unlimited roster moves and then put a cap on it. That's
exactly what it is.
and that's stupid. So you come up with
no,
you're just
because
putting too much, like Eric.
I tell you what, the fab. Well, see, with the no fab, then you're going to run into the whoever sucks.
I'm going to read the fine. I got the fine print here. Look, I got the fine print. I printed it out today. And Eric's probably got, if your left-handed pitcher throws on a Sunday night, you get 2 extra points. If a righty pitches on Saturday and wins in a rain-delayed game, it's a bonus 5. You got stuff. I can't keep track of it. You know what?
Oh, that's another thing.
The only fantasy league I've ever been in, guys, for lack of a better word, fantasy, because it's going to be a fantasy world. This is the only one where I'm just going to sit back, watch the games, know I got a player, and I'm not going to have a semblance of an understanding of who's getting me what points. Where last year, you get a strikeout. Every time there was a home run, I go, hey, I got some points. This year, I'll be like, hey, your guy had a home run, but he finished -6 for the night. I'm like, yeah, well, there you go. I'm telling you, have you guys even fathomed that? I'm not making this shit up. You could win the game. Your pitcher could start the game, win the game, and you finish with minus points.
Yes, exactly.
So maybe I'm going to up that, and I'm going to start picking my pitching in around the 20th round. Sagano in the 21st round. How about that?
But the problem is you got to pick good guys because you got 9 pitching spots to pick. And if you have 9 pitching spots to pick, you have to pick them. You have to start 9 every single time.
Yeah, but Eric, then I'll just see, unlike last year's, you could have Eric Miller. You draft Eric Miller, he pitches you 3 innings.
But he'll walk you
5 strikeouts. You get just as good a chance of getting points that you aren't even getting from a starter.
Yeah, but the starter, if he goes longer, that means you're getting more points for outs.
And if your reliever pitches, so if you've got a reliever comes in, a closer comes in the 9th inning for 1 inning, how many points you get? 2 or 3? If
a closer comes in, say he strikes out the side, you get $3 points for the save. You get 3 points for the 3 strikeouts, 3 points for the 3 outs. It's 9 points right there. But if you walk somebody in the middle of that, well, then guess what? Now you're at 8.
If you give up a home run, if your closer gives up a home run, do you lose 1 or do you lose? If he was to give up a home run, he loses 1.
Yeah, if he gives up the home run, he loses. Well, it depends how many people are on base. If it's a solo shot, you lose 1 point.
But if you get a base hit, you lose 1 point. So that's
and you lose a home run. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Guys.
Oh, this is going to be so awesome.
Hold on. Guys, it's his first time doing this. So you got to kind of, you know what? Just cut him a little slack. All right, Eric. Just saying some good things about you there, buddy.
Dude, this is going to be so much fun, dude.
And I'm not trading with Dilly. Dilly, I'll trade with Mike.
It's literally blindfolded. It's not blindfolded throwing darts.
It really is.
No, it's not.
I agree. Who said that?
Senior. If your guys are doing what they're supposed to be doing, you'll be fine. If they don't, then guess what? You get penalized.
And then don't you lose points if you hit into a double play? You lose 2 points?
Yep, you lose 2.
So you could have a guy who hits a grand freaking slam and you finish with like 2 points at the end of the night. If he goes like 1 for 5 with a slam, you're going to lose. And he hits into 4 double plays. You're screwed. How do you get ahead in this league, Eric? This one is
pick a player that hits in a lot of double plays. Don't draft someone who hits into double plays.
This is like sprinkling catnip on it for a statistician, man. This is a statistician's dream.
This
Trying
is
to
going to be
figure this
hilarious.
out.
This is going to be awesome.
Speaking of catnip, I haven't seen little Wilmer Flores around lately.
Huh.
He goes, I'm no circus act. He never comes around and go, Wilmer. Screw you.
Oh,
The
this is
minute
gonna
the
be
show's
so
over,
awesome.
choomp, he's right up here.
This is going to be so much. This is going to be so much fun, man.
And
Everybody ain't going to have no idea what the hell's going on.
Eric, you guys in the chat, just
See,
don't
because here's
lose
the thing.
yourselves for a
In
second. I gotta
Roto, you
show
don't
Eric
get penalized, right? In Roto, you don't get penalized. You only get points if your guys do something. If they suck, it doesn't matter to a certain extent. I mean, you still got ERA and WHIP. That will bring you down. But
Senior, I've been working. I've been working hard getting. This is my year. I say that every year, but this is my year in the draft. This is my year. And you know, Eric, I've been working on my book, right?
okay.
My fantasy league, how to win fantasy league baseball. It's
Have you
called
ever done?
The Fantasy Expert. I was so engulfed in that book, and I read it already. I said, I've learned so much. I went out.
AP's promos trumpeted that everything else is just fluff. Gary wrote me.
I went and bought the audiobook.
Oh dear God!
So now I put on the headphone. You're vacuuming the house. You go to get the mail. Get the headphones on. Dude, I am living. I'm in chapter 15. I've already listened to it once already. I listened to it on the weekend. I'm on chapter 15. So I could get another 2 or 3 listens in. I'm all set to go.
Have you ever done fantasy hockey? That's one thing I would be totally clueless in.
Fantasy hockey? I won the last fantasy hockey league I was in. They wouldn't let me play no more.
Yeah, I would absolutely have no clue.
Oh, by the way, you talked me into it. I am thoroughly enjoy. Guys, got to check. We give you some pointers here on, movies to watch. How about this one? I bought the audiobook.
I'm telling you, man.
And you know what's good about the audiobook? Whoever did the research, all the living players, they actually interviewed them.
They interviewed him. That's how it was.
Done like I did my university thesis paper, and I blew away my professor. So instead of typing up a paper, Eric, I gave them, at that time, it was a CD, right? MP3 CD. So it was like giving them a Fire Stick. They said, Where's your paper? I go, I narrated it.
Oh,
so
interesting.
After 2 innings of play, Eric Romo said he was very concerned. Well, I was concerned about that's what it is on this audiobook. These guys relive their stories where the guy narrates, like intros each part of it. And then in 1926, when I came up, and it's great. I
don't know who they got for the cast, but yeah.
And the storylines, dude, I was texting Eric the other night and I'm like, dude, you got it. And you're like, I've already read it.
Yeah.
The guy goes to the New York Mets and he knew the manager was superstitious back in what was it? Like the 20s.
We're talking, we're in the like turn of the century, right?
He says, hey, Dad, I'm going to go to New York because the manager's superstitious. He shows up and goes, yeah, I went to whatever you call it. What do you call it? Crystal ball lady. I went to a soothsayer.
Psychic?
I don't know. I went and the fortune teller.
Fortune teller.
Fortune teller said, if you pitch for the New York Mets, they will win the World Series. So the manager says, get him a uniform. Yeah. He traveled. He did everything. Yeah. Then they wouldn't let him pitch till the very last game of the regular season. They put him in. He pitched to a batter.
Right.
And he didn't get to hit because he was batting 4th in the bottom of the inning or top of the 9th.
And
they did and this doesn't happen. See how the game has changed, Eric? The Mets are playing the Cincinnati Reds. They get the first out, the second out, 3 outs, and he was coming up next. The team stays on the field in the game to let him hit. That ain't happening anymore.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? And then you were like, oh, dude, well, you get to some of the other stories. They're even better.
Dude, they're fantastic. I love that book.
I love the history of it. It just,
it's awesome, dude. It's a great freaking book. If you're a big baseball Aficionado.
Same time.
Then, yeah,
Oh, there it. Listen.
Still vivid in my memory is the day when I was 9 years old that my father took me by the hand to my first big league baseball game. It seems to me now.
So he had intro, telling a story about whoever.
I wonder who they got to. I
And
wonder who they
play
got
the
to do that.
clips. Isn't that great?
I wonder who they got to narrate that. That's pretty awesome. That's
Well,
awesome.
that's not the narrator.
No. That's whoever is acting as the player, so to speak, right?
Yeah. Who is narrating this? It'll tell me.
It should say, right?
Who wrote the book?
Oh
Lawrence?
gosh, I can't remember.
Lawrence S. Ritter.
That's it, Lawrence Ritter.
I believe it's Lawrence Ritter who actually narrates this one.
Narrates it. Okay, nice.
Yeah. The story
players
of the
are
early
all-
days of baseball told by the men who played it. Oh,
Yeah.
and you can
Awesome.
tell. Yeah, I mean, you could tell this guy's.
that I was trying to recapture that unforgettable.
Oh, so you're telling me on the audiobook they actually because that's what he did because he wrote a book, but it was all based off of the recordings. I wonder if that's the actual recordings. That would be
So
something.
the audio book is based on all his interviews.
Yes, correct.
So he's got
Yeah.
the old guy who's probably 95 years old saying,
Right.
yeah, so I showed up at the ballpark in New York one day. He tells the story.
Yeah.
Dude, does it get any better than that?
It's freaking awesome. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah. That's
Oh
such
my
a
gosh.
rich history. And here we are talking about.
And I'm telling you, the Bill James Baseball Almanac, or the historical abstract, I should say. Whoo, dude.
What's that one called?
It's
The
like
Bill
this
James.
thick.
The
Historical
Bill James
abstract, I think.
Baseball Abstract.
Yes. Oh my God, dude. That is a beautiful book. He goes all the way back to the damn, I think, 1890s. Yeah, even before that. He's got to check. You can't do an audiobook to that. There's too much other stuff. It's freaking awesome, man.
Here's
Yeah.
one. Here's the Farhan book. It's called Playing the Percentages.
I know that one. I know
Oh,
that book.
Do you?
Yeah, I know that book.
I thought of
That
Farhan.
that is the yes.
I
That's-
looked up on eBay that other book you were talking about.
That's the one, the baseball abstract. Yeah, that's Bill James. I think I sent it to you.
like 1,800 pages.
Yes. It's thick, dude. You could bench press that thing.
You can what?
Yeah, I know. That's where I was going. You could bench press that thing.
I ain't as good as I once was, but I was good as I ever was. Man, you like it.
5 times.
Well,
And they got to be full.
oh shit. Ooh. Hell no, get this shit.
Oh, man.
Never
gets
familiar.
It's not that one. It's actually a green. It's got a green background.
Oh, I'm sorry.
the guy.
How about
No, it's not that one either.
it's
Here.
not that one? Well, you must have a different printing, man. Okay, here we go.
You have it.
I
Hold on,
found
let me
it.
see. It's the guy. It's got the guy sliding in home.
1,024 pages.
Yep, it's beautiful. It's
And let
beautiful.
me
I'm
guess,
telling you,
it's
dude.
this one right here.
Yep, that's the one. As a matter of fact, I got it here. Hold on.
You have a copy? Oh my
Hell
god!
yeah.
Between Eric and I, it's baseball history in the making, man. And you guys, we've tried to kind of get you on board, but you got to go out and check some of the baseball movies, the Ken Burns series that we've talked about
Yeah,
so often. You
this thing's
gotta
been-
check. Okay, show us the spine. There you go. Flip her open.
This thing is.
You read it? Oh, it looks well read too.
Oh, it's you ain't gonna be able to.
Is it stats or do you read it?
Oh, it's a whole
look at
bunch of
that.
stuff, man. Hold on, let me bring it this way more. As you can see, there's a whole bunch. Look at this. Uniforms of the 1950s. Major League All-Star team from 1980 to 1980. I mean, there's so many stats, and what he does is he'll break down. Here, hold on. For example, let me get to the.
I've got
damn-
one that's exactly that size, Eric. About that,
dude.
thickness
It's
of
so
book.
freaking awesome, dude.
I have one that's that depth It's all about the San Francisco Giants.
What's up, 49er Media? What's up, man?
Love
What's
reading
going
about
on?
baseball. Love listening to these audiobooks. Love the Ken. I might even get into the Ken Burns tonight, Eric.
There you go. Well, here you go. Here's the table of
Feeling
contents.
it tonight.
Tell me what's up there, 49er Media. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. You see how it's got it broken down?
Yeah.
Part one, the game.
1870s.
The 70s, 80s, all the way up until the 1990s. And then he breaks down each position with his own version of stats. Oh, rough days of the 49. There we go. The players, catchers, first base, second base, boom, boom, boom. And then
Nice.
it goes into, gosh dang it. I'm going the wrong way. It goes at the very end. Oh, where is it? Yeah, that's the players. Okay. And then he does like a top 100, I thought. Yeah, and I think, yeah, is that the reference? I thought he did like a top 100, but it's awesome, dude. Love this book. I try to read it every so often. It's been a while since I've read it.
I like these audiobooks. I don't know why. I find reading it is great. When I hear it, I seem to absorb it more. When you hear the story, you hear the book, I just seem to exist. You know, Eric, you're going to know where I'm going with this. Baseball season is just a few weeks away. We got the draft Friday. Eric, usually we have to wait till the fall for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know, everybody, the farmers have all brought in their wheat. And you celebrate Thanksgiving. Here we are, Eric, in the spring each year. Especially, this will be our first opening day together on Giant Sports Talk Live.
Yep.
And here it is, Eric, springtime. And you and I get to, we've really reaped the rewards of this show and a harvest we didn't even know that we'd get. A harvest of friends.
A harvest of friends. You never knew, right? Until you face Liam. Once you face Liam, then everything goes to hell.
That episode.
Speaking of that, hey Liam, where you at? You out there, man? Our buddy from England. You know why? Because he's back in school. He's back in school. That's probably why.
Yeah. He's
What's
probably
up,
watching
Liam? I hope you're out there, buddy.
Probably watching the Australian rules football review shows.
Yeah.
It's Monday. Well, it's Tuesday over there. So Tuesday they do this was the opening weekend of the Australian Rules Football League. And my team, Eric, just throwing it out there. This is the kind of life I live, buddy. How do you think my team did in the Australian Rules League?
How'd you do?
It's funny you should ask, Eric. Let's check the scoreboard. Because they were supposed to be one of the top teams in the league this year. Liam?
There you go, Mark. Spot on, my friend.
It wasn't pretty.
Alex Renteria and for
God, it was so ugly. They're not even showing us the scoreboard. Yikes. Oh, here it is. So my team is the Collingwood Magpies, Eric. I've got part of the Magpie logo on my arm.
Yikes. The Giants
Look
beat
who
them.
beat them.
Hey, the Giants.
Look who beat them.
Uh-oh.
The Great Western Sydney Giants beat my Magpies 100, doubled the score 104-52.
God, that's an ass whooping, man.
Oh, it was ugly.
Damn.
It was freaking ugly, man. I stayed up. The game didn't start till like 3 a.m. I was over in the radio studio anyway, so I'm like, oh, this will be a fun night. Oh, I was throwing things at the TV.
Oh, my gosh.
Best sport in the world, Eric. If you like physical, violent sport.
That's it, huh?
It's the only sport in the world I've seen where the game continues and they back the ambulance up and they carry the player off and the game still go.
Right? There's no timeouts or nothing, right? It just goes, right? Something like that?
Yeah, the only timeout is a stoppage to advance the ball. It's just a great sport.
Wow, cool.
Such a better sport than like rugby. They stop, they start. Oh, God, I hate it. Australian rules wide open.
Is it?
I love it. Love
Interesting.
it.
Yeah.
It's my
I don't know anything
sport.
about them.
Favorite sport of all sports.
I don't even know. Don't even know about the whether I know nothing about either of them. Not going to even go down that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. He was talking about 49ers. I know what he's talking about now, I think. All right. What do we got here? Let me check my news.
Just because I haven't played doesn't mean I've watched, and I think rugby is the stupidest sport I've ever seen. Have you ever watched rugby, Eric?
Never. I know about it. I've never watched it, so I have no idea.
It's like football on a tiny field. Oh, let's stop and huddle. Let's stop and huddle. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's like football. NFL football. I like watching NFL. And my God, Eric.
Not a lot of breaks.
3 minutes left. The game's over. God.
Yeah.
Or you ever watch football, Eric? Your wife asks you, how much time left in the game? 2 minutes. And an hour later, she's like,
hour later, it's
finished yet?
Yeah.
Jeez, no.
Yeah.
A couple of timeouts in there and a couple of commercial breaks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I think we found a good stopping point here, man.
All right. See you tomorrow night, Eric. Talk to you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
Yeah. How about we do, maybe we'll do those memories. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Unless something big breaks, who knows? But
yeah.
Maybe we'll
Speaking of memories, why don't you take us on? We haven't done this for a while. Why don't you take us out of here with some memories of our own? The legendary Willie Mays. Until we see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
Sounds great. Guys, be good out there, and we will see you tomorrow night. One more day closer to the draft. Let's get out of here, guys.
Let the shenanigans begin.
See you guys tomorrow night, man. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.